Hello everyone, welcome to My English, My Life. On today's class, we are going to continue our tale of three villages. In that, we completed previously Coco village from Nigeria, Ponimanturi village from India, and today we are going to talk about another Ukraine village called Vorobyov village, and it was formerly in United Soviet Russia. And today we are going to talk about an incident which happened in the year of 1986. So it was happened and made total Ukraine to be surprised and to be shocked with the incidents. So what happened, what made the village, and how the villagers suffered, and finally what is the result and happened in the incidents which made the Ukraine, the Vorobyov village, to get shocked. Let's read and understand. It happened on April 26th of 1986. I remembered date because it was my mother's birthday. We heard the explosion early in the morning. We didn't worry because there had been explosions before Chernobyl. But this one was bigger. Everyone stopped what they were doing and listened. Then we ran out into the garden. We could see a cloud of white smoke coming from the nuclear reactor. Natasha Rivenko wiped her hands nervously on her apron. Tears came to the corners of her eyes and slid slowly down her pinched, pale cheeks. So it was happened in 1986. So our Natasha is going to say the story, what happened in the Vorobyov village. That was previously commonly they will get a bursting of, testing of nuclear reactors or nuclear weapons. So same like that, they got a one big sound when the nuclear reactor has been burnt or explosion, big explosion. So at that time, what happened, previously they had seen many explosions. But this was bigger. So everybody came out to see what happened. So when they came out, they had seen a white smoke coming out from the nuclear reactor. White smoke. So when the nuclear reactor burns, the white smoke came. Recently we have seen that incident in Visakhapatnam LG Polymers. So the total village, in Visakhapatnam, the total area has been polluted. No, most probably the people are not even, they're not allowed to take a proper air. So most of the people has been collapsed on the roads, they collapsed in the houses. So wherever they were fainted there itself. The same incident happened in 1986. There, the nuclear reactor has been burnt, exploded, then a white smoke coming towards the village of Vorobyov. Then our Natasha was remembered and she got tears. What made her to get tears means with that incident they lost everything. So how they lost, let's read. It was a Saturday. She went on still weeping, her hands on her afro. It was a lonely warm day and the children played outside all the weekend. Even when the dust began to fall, they still played outside. They picked up handfuls of it and threw it at each other, laughing. It was Wednesday before the loudspeaker van came to the village, telling us to keep our children indoors and not to touch the radioactive dust. They also told us to wash down our houses and roads with water. A week later, the children began to vomit. Their hair fell out. They couldn't eat. They grew so thin, and sores appeared all over their little bodies. 2 weeks after that, all three died. All three on the same day. She broke down now and cried quietly, as she had done so many times before. They are buried over there. She pointed to the church graveyard. Lots of the village children and are and adults. So, it happened on Saturday. Natasha was saying that it happened on Saturday. When it came, the white dust came. All the children were playing outside. So because Saturday weekend, so everybody were playing there. So they not even thought how harmful it was. So what happened? They took the white dust, they throw on the faces, they played with it, and they enjoyed a lot. Saturday completed. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. After 4 days, on Wednesday, they came with a van. After 4 days, they came and they announced that don't even touch the radioactive dust. And they said to wash their homes, their roads with water. But what the children did? They played with it. So after 3 days, later slowly they began to vomit. They got sores on their body and they are going to be died. 3 died on one day. On the same day, another three died. So like that, from the day onwards, many people were dying. There were no one is surviving because of taking the radioactive dust, touching the radioactive dust particles. Most of the people died. And Natasha is pointing to the graveyard, church graveyard, and showing many bodies, many graves which were in the graveyard, showing that those are the people who died because of the radioactive material which was happened on 1986 of April. So she's saying that we lost many people. Even I lost many of my family members. So that was the heart-broken incident. She's never forgotten that because that was her mother's birthday. I touched her gently on the shoulder, leaving her to her bittersweet memories, and walked on through the silence. It was a ghost town. No one lived there anymore. They had either died or been forcibly evacuated. The fields were barren. Nothing grew. Nothing ever would again. There was no bird song. No rabbit peered at me. No cow endlessly chewed. No horse neighed. Natasha caught me up as we boarded the bus marked Moscow. Thank you for coming with me, she said. I wanted to see these graves and the houses again before I die. So Natasha was going alive. So Natasha was going to leave the place because she said that if I stay here, I can't see the graveyards anymore. So I'm going to Moscow to see these graves again, because if I stay here, I will also die. So she pointed his neighbor who came to take her. She came and both they were living to Moscow. And she's saying that I can't see any beautiness in the village. I can't find any neighbors. I can't find the birds. I can't find the animals because all they were died. So all they were buried. Most of the people were evacuated. They forcibly evacuated. And some people were died. I lost my family members. I didn't find anyone in my family. All they were died because of this radioactive material which was burnt from the nuclear reactor. So it was happened in 1986. You can imagine that how petty condition it was. The people who were there, you can see the picture, Natasha how she was. Her arms were damaged. She got sores, no hair, proper hair. So everything is gone, no good health because of the radioactive material. So what was the problem? Who have to take responsibility? These factories, these industries has to be constructed far from the livelihood. But nowadays, nearby villages, in the villages, we are finding many industries, many chemical factories. So due to that, most of the people were getting harmful diseases. So they thought they will get jobs, they thought they will get money, they will become rich, but at the same time, they are not even thinking about their health. They are losing their health. So it is our responsibility. If any industry is going to come or going to establish in your village or nearby your village, you can write to Coston. You can file a complaint and you can make them to stop. So because you can save many human lives. So that was the end of the story of 3 villages. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe for watching this video, and don't forget to share to your friends. Meet you in the next class. Until then, take care, stay home, stay safe. Until then, bye bye.